Yes guys, and welcome back guys to a brand new video guys on my channel guys. And yes guys, I'm going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played, Bournemouth guys, away from home at the Vitality Stadium. And yes guys, it was a must-win game. We had to win this game. It was a massive win for Manchester United for another step closer for obviously to secure Champions League for next season. We're only 1 point away now in the last 2 games to secure that now, which I'm now buzzing about, because now we've got 2 games at home against Chelsea and Fulham, and let's go and secure this now against Chelsea in our next game. I think the fans on Thursday night will be looking forward to another decent performance. Let's get the job done against a very good Chelsea side that have been embarrassing this season. Unfortunately, United have got to do their job yet again, need to perform once more or twice more and then look forward to the FA Cup final. Anyway guys, let's get straight into today's video guys. So it was an unchanged team from the last game against Wolves. Talking about starting 11, so we started with De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Lindelof, Shaw, Casemiro, Eriksen, Anthony, Fernandes, Sancho and Martial. Get into the overall reaction now. Casemiro's stunner leaves Man United on brink of top 4. Man United have done the double on Bournemouth. Yes, get in. A massive win, massive 3 points. What a win, what a result. A well-deserved win. A win is a win. Job done. We were not convincing and promising. We weren't at our best. We found a way to win. We had to dig deep. We should have scored more goals. We only need a point in 2 games now. Low start for United. Good start for Bournemouth. United were controlling the game. United getting the numbers in the box. 2 awful attempts by Casemiro and Fernandes. Both teams working each other out. Just can't find that killer pass. Good pressing by United. Casemiro scores for 1-0 to take the lead. Good energy levels. Bournemouth coming back into the game a little bit. United creating the triangles, quick passing and very slick. United are relentless, staying in the attacks. 1-touch passing from United. Good passage of play by Bournemouth. A bit of space opened up for Bournemouth. United's defence isn't troubled. Bournemouth growing in confidence. Bournemouth are coming forward. Bournemouth are having moments. United always got a player to retrieve. United are comfortable. Casemiro had a decent effort on goal. Giving the ball away too easily. Not bad first half. Better start for Bournemouth. Bournemouth on the front foot. Bournemouth showed a bit more aggression. United just need to take the sting out of Bournemouth's momentum and confidence. The game is settled more or less from the first half. Bournemouth make a substitution, changing formation for Bournemouth. Good interchange and link-up play by United. United winning the ball high up the pitch. Bournemouth giving the ball away too easily. Bournemouth trying to hit United on the counter. United have created the chances. Weghorst had a big chance. Fernandes had a big chance. Ten Hag made a few personnel changes. Garnacho bringing more enthusiasm and energy. United are taking the game more to Bournemouth. De Gea made a few good saves to keep us in the game. United lacked urgency going forward. Just can't seem to open them up. Ten Hag made a few changes. United settling for the 1-0 win. United having to dig deep. We had to show character and team spirit towards the end. United were comfortable. Game management and decision making was vital. Some fantastic individual performances. Let's take it 1 game at a time. Let's keep momentum going. Let's not get carried away. First half was good. Second half was okay. Overall, great performance. Win done. 3 points done. And clean sheet done. Anyway guys, let's get straight into today's video. What did I make of the performance? I thought the performance as a whole, I thought it was a great performance by Manchester United. I don't really think it was a great performance by Man United though. I don't think we're that convincing and that promising. I don't think we're at our very best as well. So I think it was one of those sort of games where you could say overall it was maybe a great performance in terms of the result that we got. A 1-0 win. Could have been done a little bit more better, maybe chasing for a second goal, but I think that's down to, you know, not making, I think that was down to being too one-dimensional and not making more runs in from behind and not stretching their defence a little bit more as well. So I think we could have been a little bit better in terms of making more runs in from behind, stretching their defence, playing a little bit more with width as well, and to get the ball more in behind and get between the lines a bit more as well. So I think that was a little bit of the disappointing thing that we could have done different in that second half to maybe get more goals as well. But I think we did have the chances there in the second half as well. But overall, as a perspective, you'd say it's a great performance because of the result that we needed. It was a must win. We had to win this game. We needed to win this game. It was a vital win for Manchester United. It was a huge win for Manchester United. It's 1 step closer now to top 4 as well. We only need a point from 2 games now to secure UCL for next season. So now we've just got to need another 2 good performances to get over the line and secure Champions League football now as well. So we can potentially open a little bit more of a gap now to Liverpool. So we've got a game in hand on Liverpool. We've got to use that game wisely to, we don't want to be getting a point at home against Chelsea, because that's not, because when you look at our home form and the way how we've been playing recently at home, and any team don't fancy coming to Old Trafford anymore now. So I think United have just got to perform well yet again for another game. But performance as a whole, great performance. Well, the performance-wise, okay, we're not convincing, not promising. We were not at our very best, but in terms of the result, when you look at the result, it was a great win, great. Not response, but obviously what we needed out of this game, we knew that we had to win this game. It was a must-win game. We had to pick up the 3 points, and which we awarded ourselves with, and another clean sheet on top of that as well. So yeah, I think the performance overall was not at our very best. We could have been better. We were not promising, but at the end of the day, a win is a win, and we'll take it. But getting into the game now, I thought the game had kicked off. First half, I thought United had a bit of a slow start into that first half, I think. I thought, Bournemouth had a good start into that game. I thought, Bournemouth showed a bit of aggression in the opening couple of minutes, but I think United were not phased in the first sort of 2-3 minutes of the game. I think United sort of just needed to get to grips with hold of that midfield. And that was the one thing that we had to just win over the midfield. I think when you see the players the likes of Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes and Eriksen as well, with the quality that we've got in the midfield, we just had to make sure we had to keep them at bay both in the first half and the second half, I think, as well. So I think in the first half, I think Bournemouth had a decent start. I mean, they didn't really open us up. I think United just got a little bit. I think the space just opened up a little bit for Bournemouth. But but United controlled the game very well, I thought. But United, when we got possession, we managed to get the numbers forward into the box as well, a little bit as well. I think and then obviously at the beginning of the game as well, I think United tried to create the chances and try and test the goalkeeper as well. But we had 2 awful attempts that went wide as well. At least hit the target at least. But both teams were sort of trying to work each other out. I think Bournemouth had sort of got a little bit more frustrated than Manchester United, because obviously they were trying to work us out. How can we open up Manchester United? They did it a few times on a couple of occasions to open us up as well. But I think there was times where, more Man United, where we tried to find that killer pass, that final pass, just trying to find that quality in front of goal as well. And then I thought United pressed Bournemouth very well. We pressed them high up the pitch. We won the ball back high up the pitch. And then it was good energy levels, good link-up play. And Casemiro took the lead for 1-0, a deserved lead for Manchester United. But then I thought Bournemouth were coming back into the game a little bit more. I thought they had a bit more possession. But United were, creating the triangles, quick passing, very slick as well. But there was times where United did make it hard for Bournemouth, where we were winning the ball high up the pitch. We were more relentless. We were sustaining our attacks. We knew that there was more goals in us as well. There was one-touch passing from Man United as well. So there was that sort of play where United were on it as well. One-touch passing, looking to play that ball forward all the time as well. And then, there was a good passage of play by Bournemouth as well. I think Bournemouth then sort of started to see where the spaces were coming a little bit open for them to break us down as well. And that was just Luke Shaw not being in his position. That's what just sort of let us down as well, when we got maybe done on the counter as well. So we could have been a little bit better, but a bit of space opened up for Bournemouth, but United's defence was not troubled. We managed to get back, and someone always was there to retrieve as well. But Bournemouth were growing in confidence. They were growing in momentum. They were coming forward. They had their moments and their opportunities as well. But, they didn't really test De Gea in that first half, Bournemouth. So and United always had someone in the back line to retrieve the ball. And I think, United in the first half though as well, obviously, what sort of let them grow back into the game was when we kept giving possession away too easily as well, and that allowed them to come back into the game in that first half as well. But I thought, first half was not too bad. Second half, I thought it was just the fact that, we had to be able to, yet again though, Bournemouth had a better start. They got on the front foot. United had another slow start to the half, but they showed a bit more aggression, Bournemouth. United just needed to take the stink out of Bournemouth's momentum and confidence to, because when they kept coming forward, they grew in confidence and the fans got right behind them as well. So we needed just to take the stink out of that as well. But the game had settled more into more or less of the first half that we saw. So, good opening few minutes from Bournemouth. But United just managed to take control again. And, I don't think we necessarily dominated that game. I think it was more or less more controlled. But, Bournemouth then started to make a substitution. They made a change in formation. They went to the 4-4-2. There was good interchange and good link-up play by Manchester United. United were winning the ball high up the pitch. It was good pressing again from Manchester United, but Bournemouth were a little bit sloppy, giving the ball away too easily. Bournemouth were trying to hit United on the counter-attack as well. So they had their moments in the second half where they managed to get the likes of Brooks and Solanke on the move as well. And when they had that change of formation, there was this passage of play from Bournemouth where the ball went across goal, just needed a bit of a tap as well. So maybe he was thinking if that's why he throwed on Kiefer Moore to maybe have that, chance and to be clinical in front of goal, which would have drew them back level. But aside from that, Bournemouth did nothing to face United as well. They might have had chances, they might have had opportunities in the second half, but they did nothing with it at the end of the day. United were not fazed as well. But, United had the chances there as well. We made our changes as well. Weghorst had a chance. Fernandes had a chance. Ten Hag made a few personal changes. Garnacho came on, brought a bit more enthusiasm, a bit more energy. United took the game more to Bournemouth, and United De Gea had to make a few good saves to keep us in the game. And obviously they had that one decent chance with Kiefer Moore through on goal, and that was probably their chance wasted, and that was probably their only chance as well. So, and it was saved as well. And United just lacked urgency going forward, and we just couldn't seem to open them up. I thought they defended well in times as well, Bournemouth. But United were then settling for a 1-0 win when McTominay and Fred came on, and we had to really dig deep then, and we had to show the character and team spirit towards the end, and United were comfortable. A bit nerve-wracking at times, a bit nervous, but yeah, it was just all about the game management and the decision making. And overall United got their reward. We got a win, we got another 3 points and another clean sheet, and one step closer now to Champions League football for next season. Overall, we were not at our very best. We weren't convincing and promising. We had to really dig deep towards the end of the game. It's job done, massive 3 points and a clean sheet. Didn't play at our very best. I don't think it was our best performance out there. Like I said before though, I think in terms of the result, fantastic result for Manchester United. It was a must win. We had to pick up the 3 points. We couldn't afford to drop points against Bournemouth. We knew what Bournemouth were going to do though as well, so we had to be ready for a game like that, but we had to be focused and concentrated at all times, our eye off the ball. One sort of maybe lack of concentration or focus would have prevented into a goal for Bournemouth as well. We had to stay focused all time against Bournemouth. We knew that they were pretty much safe, had nothing to play for as well, so we had to be ready for a game like this. United needed the points more, took the game to them more in the first half than the second half. We could have made more runs in from behind, and we could have stretched their defence out a little bit more. Should have got more in between the lines to definitely hurt them a bit more in their defence, to definitely try and open them up. But I thought they defended well in the second half, and I think United just lacked urgency going forward. We should have brought a bit more energy and a bit more intensity and tempo about ourselves. But all in all, we got the win. It was important to get the win against Bournemouth. Got the important 3 points as well, which we needed as well. Fantastic overall. We got a massive win, massive 3 points, and another clean sheet as well. De Gea's now won the Golden Glove with 17 clean sheets. There's some fantastic goalkeepers out there. What does that say about him? Yeah, I think it's fantastic, to be honest. I think De Gea's got a lot of criticism over this past season. Obviously, you know, he made a mistake against Sevilla in the Europa League. That's took him some criticism this season. But I think all I say is shut up, haters, because he's here to stay. I think he's going to sign a new contract. I think that just goes to show of how well we've defensively been this season. You know, to go and beat the likes of Ederson, Alisson, Ramsdale as well. So that Golden Glove is fantastic because there's some fantastic goalkeepers out there. It's all about the back line. We've defended well as a team. We've defended well defensively as a team, as a unit as well. They've done well this season to defend well. And we're the only team to keep the most clean sheets this season. That just goes to show that there's improvement there in the back line as well. I think there's still lots to improve on though in the back line. There has been games where we should have defended better and we've let in 6, 7 goals, 4 goals where they could have been prevented as well. At the end of the day, it's more or less De Gea's got a Golden Glove to his name now. 17 clean sheets, the most team that have got the clean sheets this season. Fantastic at the end of the day when you can't get any more better. We only now just need a point in the next game to secure Champions League for next season. We now return to Old Trafford for the final 2 games. I guess it's full focus on the next game. Yeah, of course. I think one game at a time. Full focus on the next game now against Chelsea. We know it's going to be a good game against Chelsea. We're going to try and make it competitive, as hard as they can do. Chelsea are going to come to Old Trafford and try and cause an upset, but we need to be ready for a game like this against Chelsea. We need to perform well yet again. We need to perform out of our best, to bring the energy, the intensity, bring the tempo. We've got to be ready for a game like this against Chelsea. Full focus on the next game against Chelsea. Got to stay concentrated and focused on the next game now. All focus on this next game now. Looking forward to another good game against Chelsea. We've got to be ready, got to prepare well, got to go in with the right mentality, the right mindset. Don't underestimate them. They're a good team. We've got some good talent, so we're going to have to be ready ourselves. Need to bring another fantastic performance with us. Hopefully score a couple of goals and seal it with 3 points, a win, and hopefully another clean sheet. Build a gap now to Liverpool as well. Got a game in hand. We've got to use it now. We've got to get the 3 points now against Chelsea. Who's my man of the match? I thought there were some fantastic players that had a brilliant game. I thought Wan-Bissaka had a good game. I thought De Gea had a good game as well. Kept us in the game as well. I thought Varane had a good game. I thought Lindelof had a good game. I thought Luke Shaw had a good game. I thought Casemiro had a great game as well. I thought Eriksen had a great game as well. Anthony had a good game. Could have been better as well. Fernandes was alright, but kept giving the ball away though as well. Sancho again, not at his very best. Martial was okay. I'm going to give this to Casemiro, not only just for the goal, but I just think for his performance that he put in as well, in his role as well, that he had to make as well. It was not easy. They did open us up a few times, but also shout out to the defenders because they had to really dig deep as well, had to really grind out a result, a hard 1-0 victory where we probably wanted to score more goals. But I'm going to give this Casemiro, not only just for the goal, but the way how we had to really dig deep. It was not an easy job to be in Casemiro's shoes when Bournemouth sometimes had a go as well, had their moments and had their opportunities. I'm going to give it Casemiro. How do we beat Chelsea? We've got Chelsea in our next fixture. Now, this is our game in hand now against Chelsea. Obviously, we need to go in this game with, well, confidence is on our side here. Chelsea have been up, down this season. They've had an embarrassing season. You know, it's all started with Thomas Tuchel getting the sack as well at the start of the season after, you know, a couple of games. Then he went and got Graham Potter. That didn't work out as well. And then they've gone and employed Frank Lampard. And Frank Lampard, since going back, has only had 1 win to his name. So I think Chelsea overall have had an embarrassing season. I think we know that Chelsea are going to be there for the taking. But we know what to expect though. I think Chelsea are going to want to play. They're going to want to come forward. They know that it's another opportunity for them to get the 3 points and come... You know, this is their second opportunity to come to Manchester and get some points as well. So with them already losing to Man City, we have to be ready for a game like this. We have to, let's full focus now onto this next game against Chelsea. We know that we're going to have to perform well for a full 90 minutes. We need everything out of the team. We need the energy, the intensity and the tempo. We need to perform well for a full 90 minutes. We have to turn up as well against Chelsea. Another opportunity to get 3 points ourselves. It might be our game in hand. Yes, we only need a point now in 2 games, but let's get it wrapped up now in this game against Chelsea. And then there's pretty much nothing to play for then in the last game. So let's see this. Let's go and secure UCL now for next season against Chelsea. I think Chelsea have got some amazing talent with some great players in there. Got some great quality, but the way how it's been ran this season with under Todd Bowley. I think it's been embarrassing. You know, this is a Chelsea team that are struggling to score goals recently as well. So there's a lot that's gone wrong at Chelsea this season, and we need to try embarrass them as much as we can do at Old Trafford. So I think Chelsea are going to want to play. They know this is going to be their second opportunity against another Manchester team. So they're coming away twice to Manchester. So you know that they know that they've failed against Man City. So they're going to try and turn up, and they're going to try and perform for a full 90 minutes as well. So we need to be ready for a game like this. We need to concentrate and stay focused at all times against Chelsea. I don't think it might be tough in spells, but I think we just have to dig deep, show the character, show the team spirit, show the fight, the passion, the pride. But I think what will win this game is the quality, and I think the quality will show in this game against Chelsea. I think Chelsea, so much has gone wrong at the club this season, so we're going to have to be ready from start to finish. We're going to have to prepare well for a game like this against Chelsea. And we know that we can get the 3 points here, potentially another win as well, and a chance to seal it now, securing Champions League football. So we don't want to lose this game. We need to try carry on making Old Trafford a fortress as well. So I think Frank Lampard and his team are going to find it difficult to get anything out of this. So going to have to be ready from start to finish, and bring a fantastic performance, bring the energy, bring the intensity, bring the tempo, and we should pretty much more or less win this game against Chelsea. But Chelsea have been inconsistent this season. You know, they're going to want to cause an upset. You know, they've got injuries at the minute as well. They're defensively vulnerable. I think they tried different formations, but they've had an embarrassing season. But they're pretty much now safe, though, as well themselves. But they're struggling to score goals. They've only scored 4 in the last 5 games. That's only 1 more than Bournemouth. So, but they make countless mistakes. They'll be there for the taking. They'll have a lot of fighting spirit there, and they'll look to stay in the game as long as they can. They'll try to be patient as well. They'll play with a low block. They'll look to counter-attack us. They'll like to come forward, be brave, take risks. Defensively frustrate us, keep tight and compact, be organised. You know, get on the front foot, try to be aggressive, bring the energy, bring the intensity, bring the tempo, try to be rampant. But they'll try show incredible team spirit, character, determination and commitment as well. But United have got to have to defend properly in this game. You know, we need to defensively be organised, keep it tight and compact, defensively frustrate them. But we need to be ruthless, relentless, aggressive, high intensity, high tempo is a must. Bring with the energy as well. Got to create the chances, take your chances. Got to be clinical, get the crosses into the box, drag them out of position, be brave, take risks. Set pieces could come into play in a game like this as well. Got to play with width, get between the lines, got to close them down, don't let them get back in the game. Don't leave any spaces open. They'll show incredible, they'll show that incredible team spirit and that character and that fight as well for sure. But we have to do the basics though. We've got to win the fifth. We've got to game management and decision making will be vital, but we've got to be tight. Don't let them get a shot off. We've got to sustain our attacks as well. But do the basics. Win your 50-50s, win your second balls, win your duels, win your 1v1s as well. Put them on the back foot, keep possession as well. Fullbacks have got to be effective, force them to make mistakes, put them under pressure, don't let the wingers cut back inside, don't afford to make mistakes, make the runs in from behind, don't get pulled out of position, be explosive, keep Aubameyang and Felix quiet. Get into the goals now. First goal, Sancho intercepts from Brooks, Sancho pass the ball to Shaw, Shaw flicks it to Sancho, Sancho gives it away, Brooks gives it away, Lindelof regains possession, pass the ball to Eriksen, Eriksen puts in a clever ball in, and Casemiro scissor kicks it in for 1-0. What a clever ball it was from Eriksen. Get into the stats now. Possession for Bournemouth, it was 41.5%, and for Man United it was 58.5%. Goals for Bournemouth, it was 0, and for Man United it was 1. Total shots for Bournemouth, it was 10, and for Man United it was 20. Shots on target for Bournemouth, it was 4, and for Man United it was 5. Try accuracy for Bournemouth, it was 40%, and for Man United it was 25%. Shots inside the box for Bournemouth, it was 8, and for Man United it was 10. Shots outside the box for Bournemouth, it was 2, and for Man United it was 10. Total passes for Bournemouth, it was 453 passes, and for Man United it was 655 passes. Pass accuracy for Bournemouth, it was 85.4%. For Man United it was 85.6%. Get into the substitutions now. Martial went off for Weghorst. Talk about Anthony's performance, put himself about a bit and had some decent decent link-up play. The most vibrant of the front four, yet he was the first to be substituted. Sancho went off for Garnacho. Talk about Jadon's performance. The United fans had to urge him to accelerate a couple of times. Slightly more intense in the second half, but underperformed again. Eriksen went off for McTominay. Talk about Christian's performance. Like Casemiro, near his level, as he demonstrated by picking out the Brazilian, tidy on the ball. Anthony went off for Fred. Talk about Anthony's performance. Confident on the ball, but not particularly creative in the first half. When he became so casual after the pause, it was a surprise he stayed on. Next up, we've got Chelsea. Chelsea are 12th in the league. Now, we know what to expect from Chelsea. I think Chelsea know that this is their second opportunity to come up to Manchester and get the 3 points. They failed against Man City, so they're going to try their absolute hardest against Manchester United to try and get the 3 points here. It's a message to Manchester United to say, don't let them score that first goal. In games like this, it's all about scoring the first goal. We can't let them score the first goal, because if they score the first goal, it's going to be a mountain to climb for Manchester United. But at the same time, this is at Old Trafford, and Ten Hag's trying to make Old Trafford a fortress. We need to make it more of a fortress. A game like Chelsea as well, because this is going to be their last game of the season as well. They'll look to end it strong with a win. This is their last away day, so they're going to try and end it with a win and a high on the away days as well. United know what to expect from this Chelsea team. They've got some talented young players. They've got some good quality on the pitch. Just don't think they use that quality. I don't think they've really applied it, and I don't think they've really implemented their style of play, and I think they've just found it difficult this season, Chelsea, bringing in 3 managers this season. And I think with Chelsea coming into a game like this, they're going to want the 3 points. They're going to want to win this. It's another away day. They want to end it on a high. It's their last away day as well, so they're going to look to end it strong and with a win. So they're going to want to perform well for a full 90 minutes. They'll look to turn up as well. But in a game like Chelsea, though, they make countless mistakes, and I think what United have got to do when Chelsea make these sloppy passes as well, United have got to have to be able to try and capitalise on their mistake, convert them into goals as well. And when you do stuff like that, it punishes them. I think that's what City did against them. They made a mistake against City, and City punished them. I think United have got to do the exact same thing. We're going to have to put that pressure onto them. High pressing, win the ball high up the pitch, and when you keep all high up the pitch, they'll get a bit nervous. Sloppy passing will come into play, and then when they give the ball away in dangerous areas, it's for Manchester United to go and capitalise and to make it pay and definitely punish them as well. I think United have got to come into this game well prepared. I'll prepare well for a game like this against Chelsea, but also when they get on the counter-attack, they like to put it in the path of Raheem Sterling or Aubameyang or whoever's playing out on the left wing or the right wing. They're going to put it into those sort of channels as well. United need to get those channels covered. I think it's all about how well we can defend as a team, as a back line, defend well as a unit. And I think we have to bring the intensity, the tempo, be aggressive, be ruthless, sustain our attacks. We've got to bring the energy yet again. We've got to stay concentrated and focused at all times. Another big game for Manchester United. This is the game now to wrap things up for UCL for next season. This is the game in hand. This is United to play with courage a little bit more, play with more intent, bring the conviction. We've got to turn up as well. We have to perform well for a full 90 minutes as well. Going to have to be ready for a game like this against Chelsea. We have to perform well. I think if we start well, get on the front foot, I think if we score the first goal, United will look, control and dominate that game. Every team, every game that we're going to when we're at home, United are going to look to dominate this game, make it as hard as we can possibly do for Chelsea as well. We're going to have to work hard, dig deep, show the character, show the fight, the spirit. All we've got to do is stay concentrated and focused up here. Defensively, frustrate them, keep it tight and compact, don't make mistakes. We score the first goal, United will look to control and dominate that game. And when the goals go in, when the first goal goes in, United are just going to sense more goals. We're going to keep going forward, we're going to keep going forward, and we're going to work it, and we're going to break them down. We're going to tire them out. When they start getting tired, they'll hopefully start conceding more goals eventually. It's down to what we do now in this game against Chelsea, so we've got to be ready. No mistakes now. We've just got to perform well for another 20 minutes. Get the job done here, and we should be 2 points clear of Liverpool, and we've got to do our job here. This is the game to do it now, to secure UCL for next season. Stay concentrated and focused at all times. Go and get the job done. Chelsea are scoring 1 goal per game. Chelsea are conceding 1.2 goals per game. But again, though, in a game like this, they're going to be there for the taking, Chelsea. So it's all down to what we do in terms of possession, when we're in possession and when we're out of possession as well. Chelsea have the 4th best defence in the league as well. Chelsea have won 11, drawn 10, and they've lost 15. They've lost to Leeds 3-0, Southampton 2-1, Brighton 4-1, Arsenal 1-0, Newcastle 1-0, Man City 1-0, Fulham 2-1, Southampton 1-0, Tottenham 2-0, Villa 2-0, Wolves 1-0, Brighton 2-1, Brentford 2-0, Arsenal 3-1, and Man City 1-0. In a game like this against Chelsea, this could be an easy game for United as well. It's all about how well we stay concentrated and focused. Don't take your eye off the ball. Be ready. Perform well for another 90 minutes. Turn up to this game. go and get the job done for sure. Since Frank Lampard has been in charge, he's managed 7 games, he's lost 5, won 1 and drew 1. He's pretty much lost about 90% of his games, or 95% of his games. Not gone well for Lampard this season as well. We want to end their last away day with a loss for United to take those 3 points, secure Champions League for next season. But Chelsea have lost 9 games away from home this season. You know, again, it's like 75% of their games have been lost away from home. Don't have a great record away from home, and they don't have a great record against the top 6 as well. They'll be there for the taking, and it's all down to what we do as well. The players to look out for is Kepa, Silva, Chalobah, Koulibaly, Azpilicueta, Wesley Fofana, Fernandes, Kovacic, Pulisic, Loftus-Cheek, Mudryk, Dakara, Ziyech, Gallagher, Havertz, Hall, Aubameyang, Felix, Sterling, Fofana, and Madueke. Hope you guys enjoyed another video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in a video in the next couple of days, and peace.